Good morning, everyone. How is everybody today? I hope everything is going well. It's Monday morning. We getting up and we going to get it. Some of us are have the day off, and it's a holiday for some businesses and some offices. But today, it's not for me, so I'm on my way to work. But real quick, thoughts: power, authority, and influence. You can have power, have no authority, and have no influence. So, you can have the power to do something, you can have the power to enforce something, but sometimes it takes the authority to make it stand. You have the power to enforce, but no authority to make it stand. So what you want to do is you want to not only have power, you also want to have the authority that whatever you have the power to enforce, you also obtain the authority to make it stand. Now, we don't even want to stop there, because you can have the power, the authority, but no influence. See, influence works right at the bottom and on its way, and it works its way to the top. Because if you have influence, you also have power to enforce, the authority to make it stand, and influence to cause all of it to work, not only be enforced and stand, but also to make a change, or to add, or say this is law, this is it. And let me show you how an influencer works. An influencer can cause say for law, have a law enacted. I push the influence, and once it gets on the books, it takes another influencer to come in and either amend it or have it, you can have something redacted. But influence, an influencer has the authority and the power as well. So in whatever we do, whatever phase of life, in our business, in our personal life, that's where it starts. It starts with our own personal life. You want to have power, you want to have authority, and you want to have influence in your own life. You don't want anybody else to have that. You don't want anybody else to have that totality in your life, to cause you to be movable, to cause you to be unstable, to cause you to be confused. When you begin to really understand who you are and how it works, and everything works through how everything, for my life, everything works from God all the way down to me. That's for my life. That's how it works, and that's how it operates. To the point that I am in my life, that I understand that now in every area, I'm working that every area of my life, I have power, the authority, and the influence. Influence change things. Influence cause things to move. Influence cause people to move. Influence cause people to think in a different way, to act in a different way, to respect in a different way, to honor in a different way, to submit in a different way. Sometimes we believe that submission is a bad thing, but I'm telling you, one of the greatest things and one of the greatest attributes I have in my life is I'm a servant. I serve. I submit to others. It doesn't matter what level they're on. It doesn't matter if I know more. It doesn't matter if they know more. I can submit myself to truth. I can do that. I can even submit myself when somebody is wrong, and let them have it. Because as I said earlier last week, all things are lawful, but all things are not expedient, which means I may know a thing and I may know a little bit more, but If that's their truth that they're in, and if they're speaking truth, sometimes it's not time to add on to what it is that they understand and what they believe, because you cannot, in some cases, give people too much too quickly. You look at it, you look at the systems, and you look at the way things are set up. When you go to college, they don't give you your senior classes when you're a freshman. It's too much too soon. They don't even allow you to go into your curriculum for 2 years. It's too much too soon. So we have to exercise wisdom. But for your life and in your life, seek to have power, authority, and influence. And it's just basically owning, trademarking, patenting your own ideas and your creative ways. You can use it in every part of your life. But seek to cultivate it and have it in every part of your life. And that's what I do every day. Relationships, family, friends, work, business, whatever it is. Seek to have that. But while you're getting it and while you're getting understanding, stay submitted, stay humble, okay? Stay humble before God, so that when times come, you can humble yourself before people. It doesn't mean you're soft. A person who's loud, rambunctious all the time, and just unruly, unlawful, that's a demonstration of a lack of discipline. That's a demonstration of a lack of discipline. You don't know who you are. So you make noise to make people think that you're more than what you are. And when you make that kind of noise, you're fearful. You're afraid of something. You are really afraid of something. So you want people to fear you, to respect you. And that's a sad way to be. It's unstable for people to fear you, to respect you. The greatest strength that you can have, one of the greatest strengths that you can have, is people respecting you simply because you understand who you are and you walk in a meekness. You walk in a love. You walk in gentleness. You walk with a confidence about yourself. And more so, see, these things for me are tied into God. So my confidence is in Him. Yes, I get excited when I talk about God, but it is wrapped up in Him. Everything for me is wrapped up in Him. I send it through Him, by Him. And if He doesn't open the door will not be open. If He does not close doors, and when He closed doors, nobody can open them. I give my life to Him that way. I give my mind to Him that way. These thoughts that I come up and these things that I talk about on the video, I promise you, they come to me daily. First thing in the morning, that's having a relationship with God. He gives me a topic to talk about, or He gives me a thought. And then when I come out, I don't rehearse it or nothing. I just go from the heart, because it's a part of me and it's becoming a part of me. I execute what I say about, or what I speak about. I execute that in my life. I make it applicable. I am going to be whole. I am going to be well mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially. And when it comes to relationship, I will not attach myself to anything not for me personally, for growth, for a personal relationship. I will not attach myself to anything that does not aspire to do the same. I don't mind helping. I'm not talking about not being there for people. I'm not talking about not helping people. That's not what I'm talking about. But what I'm talking about, if you want to get real, you have to stay. The realness of it is, if you work on yourself, have an expectation, a real expectation from yourself, okay? So when you're really working on yourself, why is it that why settle for anything that's not, or anybody that's not doing the same? If they don't take themselves seriously, they're going to get to the point where they don't take you seriously as well. I worked too hard for that. I work too hard for some mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for somebody to come in my life and start tearing that down, because I opened the door and allowed them access. We open doors and allow access. We closing doors to refuse access is not a terrible thing. It is not a bad thing. We think sometimes when we do that, it's ungodly. It is not. Or it is not the thing to do, or it's not right. Use wisdom and exercise wisdom in everything you do and how we deal with people and how we need to deal with people. There are times when we must allow struggles and challenges from other people to remain in our life until God does the shift, because He is doing something in us and for us. It is to elevate us. I say take negative energy and make it work. Turn it to make it positive, that it works and elevate you in your life, in your thinking. Because you want to, where you want to go and what you want to do, you're gonna meet some people who don't understand what it is that you're doing, who don't respect it, who don't honor it for whatever they can know that it's a good thing, and they can know it's the right thing, and they can know it's a God thing. But the fact that they don't like the way your scarf looks, the color that you got on, or something like that, there's pettiness all over the place. And they would take that and say, well, they may not speak it out loud, but they know why I'm not supporting this person. Why am I not? Okay? Why am I not? When we begin to feel that, or we begin to not support somebody, especially when they're doing a good thing, then we need to search ourselves. What is it that's in me that's making me come against what they're doing? And it's a good thing. And we support somebody, and we salute people who are out here in this world doing certain things. And I'm in a certain generation where I'm in the age from 40. Well, I'm actually 47, so between 40 and 50, or say late 30s and 50s, and I see people and they doing some of the things that that's the thing. Like, that's the life. That's the good life. How when you don't know who's going to come knocking on your door? How when you got to watch over your shoulder? How is that the good life? How when you paranoid and you running and you looking? How is it a good life when you have so much fun and you enjoy? I'm not against having fun and enjoying yourself, because I've done that. But I've never, myself personally, I've never enjoyed myself so much to the point where I didn't know where I was when I woke up. Or couldn't remember what happened the night before. How is it not being able to recall what happened the night before is fun? It's a dependency. And it will cripple you. I want to see us do well. Okay? I have not apprehended it all. But every day there is something more to add to what it is I know. And I only know it because God releases this information and knowledge to me by putting the right people in my life, and by me putting myself in a situation where I'm around the right people and the right things. Seek to find that, to strengthen yourself, to be strengthened, not strengthen yourself, because we don't really have the ability to strengthen ourselves, but we're strengthened by things that we are connected to and what God allows. So seek to do that. Power, authority, and influence. Y'all, we can have that today. This is not just for me. This is not just for you. This is for all of us. This is for everybody. This is for people I don't know, people I haven't met yet. But we can have it. We can have it. But before you do anything, nothing starts with us. Everything starts with God. Everything starts with Him. So seek to have a relationship with Him, so that you can move into the place in grace and mercy. Thank God for still being here and having the opportunity. Do that. Okay. If you try to do it another way, then I can't speak further on that. But I know what works for me. I know what has worked for me. And I give you what works for me. It is not just, it just don't work. It's working for me. It is working for me. So power, authority, and influence. Seek to have that in every area of your life, especially when you're going into business. You want to make sure that you maintain what it is that you create unless you decide to sell it to somebody. Okay? Y'all, I salute my brothers. Y'all keep y'all head up. I salute my sisters. I love you, beautiful, beautiful ladies. I love you. I appreciate all of you guys. I thank you for taking the time to always listen to me, all right? Y'all be encouraged. Y'all have a wonderful day.